So we are here with Doug Miller, president of Cars. And I'm not going to finish the sentence because we have a bit of an announcement today. It's really exciting to talk about. But Doug, thanks for joining us today and tell me what's going on. It seems like a pretty substantial repositioning.
It's a big day for us, Paul. Thanks for having me here. And I'm excited about the moment that we're in. Look, we're in an industry that is just getting more complicated for local dealers. I'm out working with dealers and OEMs all the time, and what I hear a lot is it's complicated, right? Especially post-pandemic, post-supply chain changes. They are trying to grapple with this complexity. We're announcing news about our branding to the industry, but it's bigger than just branding as Cars Commerce. Cars Commerce is about a simplification. We're in it with the dealers to make it simpler and easier for them to go to market and connect with the consumers that want to buy and sell cars.
So tell me, Cars Commerce now is going to be the official brand moving forward.
Yeah, that's right. Cars Commerce is right. We've got a marketplace business, we've got a reputation business, we've got financing solutions, we've got trade and appraisal solutions, and industry leading website capabilities, and so on. And all of that now coming together under the Cars Commerce umbrella not only means a simplification of the message to our dealers and OEMs, but also the interoperability of those things. Like, we are increasingly working on the interoperability of those things so that it is streamlined and simplified for dealers who have a lot of complexity to work with, right? Yeah.
Tell me about, so give me a little bit of the background. Obviously, Cars has been acquiring businesses and kind of like building out different verticals. At what point were you like, you know what, we have to make this more cohesive, have to make it more understandable? Like, what were those initial conversations like?
Yeah, I think probably for years now, Alex and the team, everyone, we've been talking about how do we make it clear to the market what this collection of different solutions means, and their dealers are dealing with hundreds of vendor partners that they're working with, on average 30 different software providers that they're working with, and how do they make sense of all that, and how do they understand the edges of where one thing works with the other thing? And we've got a core set of capabilities that we want to talk about that we think are essential for dealers and their success. And so bringing the brand umbrella over that, the Cars Commerce message over that, really made sense at this moment, especially, as I said, it's post-pandemic, as the industry is coming back with supply, and as we've brought on more solutions for them, trade and appraisal most recently, it was time for us to bring this together into one platform, a singular application, really, for them to run their business on.
So when you say a singular application, what do you like? Define that, a singular application, because I think people might get a little confused about that word.
Yeah, I think, like, let me take it to core capabilities, right? And there are four that we think are really essential for running the business on. First and foremost, distribution. Every one of our partners wants just basic turnkey distribution into a brand safe environment with highly in-market consumers. And we have for 25 years been building cars.com, the number one marketplace in the space. And we think that that's core and essential for success for any dealer or any OEM. Then you build on top of that.
Can I pause you there for 1 second? Because you just said a term that I want to make sure everyone gets. I think I know what you mean by it. You said in a brand safe environment.
Yeah. Well, and that gets at a little bit the marketing, right? As we all are marketers and we're putting our digital advertising out there, do you know where it's going? Do
Right.
you know what context it's showing up in?
Ah, yes.
In the context of cars.com, you know that you're in front of consumers, 90% of which are going to buy a car in the next 6 months, right? This is a not only brand safe environment, it's a target rich environment, right, for our dealers and OEMs who want to make sure that they're getting their brand message out there. And that gets to the second capability that we think is so important, which is their marketing and digital advertising. Look, 95% of the consumers in the United States are not in market for a car. we talk to the customers every day, the 5% who are. And so we're bringing capabilities across video, digital, social, and making those things available for our customers who want to be in front of those customers, real people who are really in market to buy a car, really in market to sell a car.
Hmm.
And that's what the Cars Commerce Media Network is all about. That's that second capability that we think is essential to every dealer and every OEM.
So is this
Making it, yeah,
so,
I got two more, but like I can make it more real
yeah,
for
go
you,
ahead.
Paul. But
Go through the two more, because I'm always like coming up with questions. So I'll
yeah,
save them
no,
to
I mean,
the
like,
end.
I think that, the third capability that we think is just awesome and essential for every dealer, of course, is like what the original Joe Chura promise of building Dealer Inspire was on. Like, the guy started as an advertising junkie. He started somebody who wanted to build a better digital advertising solution, but then he knew pretty quickly he had to build the websites and the experiences for those dealers in order to close the loop, in order to make it clear what all that digital marketing was doing for them. And as we provide websites and modern retailing capabilities to over 6,000 dealers now, that we think is an essential capability that is, and making it interoperable with that marketing and that marketplace that we just talked about, is really core to what any dealer or OEM should be focused on. By the way, this capability, the Dealer Inspire capability, is endorsed by every OEM. We're on program with every OEM, so that makes it even more interoperable and simpler to just make turnkey for our partners that are. And then the last capability that we think is really essential today at the market the way it is right now, are trade and appraisal capabilities from AccuTrade. And look, we've got that out in the market now, and we've done over 600,000 appraisals just this year, saving dealers over 30 million in recon costs alone that they identified in those cars that they're working on. But we can help them buy cars out of their service drive, help them buy cars from street buys, and compete with the big nationals, by the way, who are starting to take trades away from them. So that, those are the core capabilities that are part of the Cars Commerce platform right now.
A couple questions. There are some brands that people may be familiar with that are kind of sunsetting the brand as they're kind of brought into this umbrella. As far as I understand it, feels like that's DealerRater and Fuel, perhaps.
Yeah, and so let's touch on each one of them, right? The capabilities are still very core to the platform. Just this year with the marketplace, we really integrated the reputation capabilities into the marketplace subscription, so that as you're trying to gather more reviews and gather reputation and manage that reputation, it's really just integrated into that core capability of listing on the marketplace. So. The Yes, perhaps the DealerRater brand is not as front and center with the industry as it once was, but those capabilities live on. In fact, dealer experience reports, which we launched at NADA last year, are all built on the experience reports, which show dealers not only how they're doing with consumers who come and buy cars from them, which is certainly part of reputation, but how they're doing with consumers who submitted a lead from the marketplace but then didn't end up buying with them. Why didn't they? Like, that type of information is really essential for being a great retailer, especially as it gets more competitive right now. And that capability is all built into and run on the same technologies from DealerRater. And then Fuel, likewise, as we build the Cars Commerce Media Network, Fuel concept was very focused on video. The Cars Commerce Media Network is taking the same pipes, the same capabilities, the same ability to deliver creative assets that are very dynamic, and making it not only possible on the video tactic, but also on social, on display, on search, and in other tactics as well. So the Cars Commerce Media Network also builds on, Paul, this big movement that is happening in retail media networks, right? I mean, like,
Mm.
if you're an ad industry guy, right, there's a lot of like ink being spilled about the power of retail media networks, what Amazon is doing, what Walmart is doing, what
Yeah.
Target is doing. And what they're doing essentially says, look, we have consumers who are coming in with a real intent to buy here.
Hmm.
And as they come in with that intent to buy, we have data and audience awareness of what it is they're shopping for, where they're shopping for, with what intensity and with what frequency, and right now. And we can take that capability and make it something that's available to our partners. And that's true with automotive. There just hasn't been anyone focused on building a great retail media capability in automotive until now. And that's what the Cars Commerce Media Network is about.
Well, I'm so excited for you. I mean, no one loves a rebrand like I do, especially when it brings clarity of the offering and clarity to the consumers and the clients. So thank you so much for coming on and telling us about the big change. I'm excited. I'm a big fan, obviously, of what you all are doing. A lot of friends, and can't wait to see how this brand rolls out over the next year.
And Paul, I think the last time I was on, I was a little jealous of your lid collection in the background. So today, I got to unveil the new
Oh,
Cars,
check it out.
Cars Commerce look just for you, Paul.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. I'll take that as a huge compliment. Doug, I can't wait until we talk next time.
I'll get you one when I see you next.
Please do.